Hi everybody, it's time I look at one more game I talked about in a previous episode before I talk about something I haven't talked about in my next episode. Kirby's Dream Land was the first Kirby game ever made. You can tell because this is the game where Kirby doesn't have his copy ability yet, because it wasn't thought of until Kirby's Adventure. Luckily, Kirby isn't useless at all without it, because he can still float in the air by holding his breath. And he can still swallow enemies or spit them out at other enemies. There are also power-ups Kirby can collect, such as the Super Spicy Curry, which would be a noble item in the Super Smash Bros. Games, and the Mint Leaf, which lets Kirby temporarily float in the air without deflating. In terms of the story of the game, it's about Kirby having to go to King Dedede's castle after the king had stolen all the food in Dreamland, and Kirby has to go through 5 levels to make it to Dedede. First, there's Green Greens, which is designed to help players get used to the controls, and the boss of the stage is Wispy Woods, and you defeat him by spitting apples at him that he attacks you with. The second level is Castle Lololo, where you face off against Lololo, who is based on the title character from Adventures of Lolo. The Kirby games love having references in their games, and it's pretty cool that it's something that was done from the start. Also, the stage ends with you fighting Lololo for the second time, where he has help from his sister La La La. You easily defeat them by inhaling the blocks they push around, and then spitting them back. The third level is Float Islands, which is a beach stage where you fight an evil blimp named Kabula, and you fight him in the air after Kirby collects a mint leaf. Kirby then blows on Kabula to defeat him, and it gives this boss fight quite the feeling of a space shooter game. The fourth level is the sky level Bubbly Clouds, and the boss of the world is Kracko Jr., who evolves into Kracko for his second phase. In both phases, the way to defeat him is to spit the wild Ds he spawns. At this point, Kirby's on Mount Dedede, which is the final level of the game. The level starts with an enemy gauntlet where you fight all 4 previous bosses before making it to the Greedy King himself. Dedede isn't too hard as long as you avoid his hammer, his jumps, and his own inhale ability. His hammer and jump attacks are able to spawn stars that Kirby spits back in order to defeat the king and give all the food that he stole back to the citizens of Dreamland. After beating the game, you're given the option to play hard mode. I tried to beat hard mode for this review, but it was too much of a challenge, and I have other reviews I want to get to. This game is still pretty good though, and you should definitely try it out. I just hope you have an easier time with hard mode than I did.